Hey guys, welcome to the Halloween special Two Writers Walk Into a Bar. We are your hosts, Angela
Ken.
and this is a happy Halloween, you guys. We are so excited because we both love Halloween, and we knew we had to do a Halloween episode. So this is our special tribute to Halloween, I guess.
There you go.
Ken, what are you dressed up as?
Soldier. Got my flag. Bulletproof
Okay.
vest.
All right. I like it. I'm thinking G.I. Joe, so I'm here for it.
There you go.
I'm the Wednesday Addams from the 90s. I like the new one, but I grew up with the 90s version, so Christina Ricci
me
all the
too.
way.
Yeah, Ricci for the win.
Yes. So happy Halloween, guys. This is gonna be it should be Halloween when you guys are listening to this. And I am drinking, I made myself a bloody, I don't know if you guys can see that, like a bloody vampire
Nice.
drink. I have a little glow ice cube. I don't know.
That's
What are you
cool.
drinking, Ken?
I dumped tequila in some root beer.
Nice. Hey, you know what? Whatever's gonna get the job done.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, Ken was just rushing, you guys. He just got off work, had to like hurry and quick. So he's a trooper. You're always a trooper, Ken. We always appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
So you guys, we have a fun episode. We have a guest. We have a special guest. You'll probably recognize her. We've had her on before. Her book comes out today, so we're gonna have her back. But first, I just want to ask Ken, how was your week?
Long and tiring.
Long and tiring.
Not bad, but I had some success. I was able to write 1,300 words, I think, on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it was really
Way
good.
cool. You know what? I think I did about the same, about 12 or 1,300. So
that's awesome.
It's not great, but not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, considering how crazy work's been, I'm happy to have gotten that. And I also got I think 3 chapters edited on an old project that I'm trying to revive.
Nice. Oh, great. You were busy then. Yeah, you were hecka busy.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, guys, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk to our little guest today. So just one. Hey, Courtney. Oh my gosh, I gotta say, I love the hat.
Thank you. Are you Wednesday?
Yes, from the 90s version, though. I like the Christina
Ricci.
Yes. Nothing against, nothing against the other girl, but I just grew up with Wednesday with Christina Ricci. But happy Halloween!
Yes, happy Halloween.
Yes, and happy book release day. This is going to air tomorrow. She's like, it's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's one of my friends in Europe messaged me a little bit ago. I was like, I just got your book on my Kindle. I was like, oh yeah, it's already tomorrow.
Oh my God, I love it. Wow, congratulations. That's so exciting. Well, we're excited and happy to have you back. That's what we're all about. We just want to support, writers and our writer friends. You know what? We all need the support as writers, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Courtney, let's talk about your book. It's called To Kiss the Sea, right?
Yes. And actually, I have my proof copy here. I don't have any author copies yet. This came.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful cover. That's very I love it. Oh my God. Ooh, that's good. Oh, she's a chunky one.
That's
nice.
I don't realize it on the computer writing. You don't realize how big it's going to be until it arrives. And I was like,
then you're like, wow, yes, that's awesome. So real quick, I know this is probably the hardest part as an author is what is To Kiss the Sea about? What's the genre?
Okay, I've been working on this because I know I have to get better at it. So it's considered an adult fantasy as far as reading age range goes. It's a fairy tale retelling based loosely on The Little Mermaid and other mermaid lore or fairy tales from other parts of the world. But it's all set in a queer normative society.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's very nice. Are you guys getting an echo? Sorry.
It was for a second there.
No echo, but it froze for a second. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, that sounds really great. So, my other question I had is it a standalone or is it going to be a series?
It's the first book in a trilogy. So
it's going to be a trilogy. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, what's the book about?
Oh gosh. Well, it's multi point of view. The one of the best comparisons I can make, even though it's YA, one of the best comparisons I usually can make is like Six of Crows.
Okay.
It's got about that level of different points of view throughout. Even though it's not YA, but actually, I was talking to someone recently, and I trying to describe it to her, and she said it sounded like The Little Mermaid crossed with Our Flag Means Death.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
And that actually made a lot of sense. So.
Well, I thought that the Six of Crows, didn't she change it and aged it up to? It's not YA, right? Isn't it adult now?
No, they're all 17.
Oh, they are 17. Okay, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. That sounds great. So, who's your main character? What's your main character? What is she doing in this? What does she have to do in this book?
So one of the main characters that this book focuses on primarily, her name is Allie.
Yes.
And she is the daughter of not like a royal family, but basically the family that governs a small group of islands that are the only stopping point on a trade route in this one sea. So literally they're the only stopping point. And so, everything passes through there. And for reasons that I won't say because it's kind of spoilery, her parents were advised to keep her away from the ocean until she was grown, but they live right next to it, right? So
that's the biggest temptation ever for a kid. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So what kid is not going to try to sneak out at one night and just check it out and see what the big deal is about? Like, am I allergic to jellyfish? Why are they doing this? Right. And she nearly drowns when she goes too deep in the ocean, but manages to make it out. And after that, she has this huge, severe case of aquaphobia. So at that point, they don't have to worry about keeping her from the ocean. Like she freaked out so badly, it scared her so badly that not long after, like a maid was trying to give her a bath, and she struggled so hard that the maid dropped her, and her face hit the edge of the tub.
Oh my gosh.
And so now her nose didn't heal correctly. So she's got this kind of turned to the side, bridge of her nose. And so for her, that's like a reminder to everybody what happened. But she does have a best friend who his name is Mahir, and he is the son of an ambassador from a different country. And they moved there when Allie was about 10 or so, and he's like a few years older than her. And they became, really close friends. And so he kind of also helped bring her out of her shell. So he's one of the other main characters. His arc is more focused on him trying to get out from under his father's thumb. His father's very controlling, and there's a lot of manipulation there, and he wants him to do what he wants him to do. And so he's just trying to figure out his own path and build his own life outside of that. And then the third main character, outside of some of the side characters that you see their points of view as well, the third main character is Pasha, and she is actually a mermaid, which is where the Little Mermaid stuff comes in.
Okay, yeah.
And it turns out, as Ellie discovers, pretty early on in the book, she discovers that there used to be this huge mermaid community right underneath the island that she lives on, and Pasha is the only one left. That's mermaids don't do well living alone. They're meant to live in big groups. So Pasha's struggling with that. And she essentially makes a deal with Allie's great grandfather. She will bring as much fish as she can around the island so they can build up a big fishing trade in exchange for one of his children or grandchildren to be given to her to be a companion when they're grown. But
okay.
he reneges on his end of it. And so basically at that point where you get to where it starts out is where it's already been a long time. And of course, Allie has no clue that this is what was supposed to happen, right? And so when they meet, it does not go well because Pasha is expecting her to be the friend that was promised to her, or the companion that was promised to her for her part of the deal. And it kind of goes downhill from there. So
okay. All right. So why did you want to write this story? Or, how did you come up with the story, and why are you the one to tell this story?
Oh man. I've always wanted to do a fairy tale retelling. It's my favorite like subgenre of fantasy to read because I love fairy tales in general, but I love how you can take the essential story from a fairy tale and turn it just about any way you want to. You can turn it into science fiction. You can turn it into like Cinder or something like that. You can go pretty much go any direction you want to with it, and it's still, but people will still recognize that core story.
Right.
And if you do it well, then it becomes sort of part of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Part of the collection, you know, like someone who loves Cinderella retellings, they'll have all of them, or something like that. So I always wanted to do that. Little Mermaid was always one of my favorites, and I just love mermaid stories in general because it's one of the few mythological creatures that's found on every continent. Like we all arrive.
Oh, the lore. Oh, yeah.
At this idea of a mermaid.
Oh,
and
okay.
so like part of me is like, well, why is that? But then I don't get ideas that are like fully formed for books, but I do get little snippets and I write them down, and then later I look at them and see, okay, can this turn into anything?
Right.
And I had this sorry if you heard that, my dog just came running in here.
No worries.
I had this thought one day, or this image one day of two people standing on the beach, like yelling at each other, and one was, the mermaid, and one was a human, and like they were just like in this huge argument. It's like you were promised to me, and then well, I didn't do that, and that's like literally the first scene I thought of, and then that spiraled from there.
Oh, that's awesome. It's kind of like that's kind of like what Ken, you kind of get, says he gets little snippets or little things like that, and then kind of just discovers the story. That's great. So so how long? Because we've been following each other on Instagram for a while, I know, and I know that you have been, we talked back and forth and with different things that we're writing, whatever. But how long did it take you to write this one?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Somebody asked me this the other day. I want to say I actually got the idea for it a few years ago, but I was already working on something else. So I just wrote down everything. That's what I do. I write down everything I can think of, and then I put it aside because I'm not allowed to work on two things at once. It doesn't go well. So then I finished what I was working on, and then turned back to this. It's like, okay, now I can look at this. But from the time I actually started working on it, which included finishing it once, then deciding to cut it in half and make it into 2 books, because originally it would have been much longer. It was it snuck up on me. So finished it, cut it in half, and then essentially did a rewrite of the half that I kept to be book 1. All told, like 2 years.
Okay. Well,
I 2 rounds of clearing too.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason why I ask is like if anyone's listening and they're like thinking they've been working on their story for a while, like sometimes it does take a while before you can get it published. So I mean, it's like just little things like that I think that writers can relate to, and that makes them feel like, for me, like I know it make me feel better. Sometimes you hear people are like, "Oh, I finished this in like 6 months." It's like, "Oh, great."
Oh, that's nice.
Like awesome. Really nice. So I wanted to ask, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but if you could give your main character, Allie, one piece of advice, if you were to meet her in real life, if you were to meet your character, what one piece of advice would you give her?
Oh gosh. That's hard.
Sorry.
I wasn't expecting that. One piece of advice.
I mean, even if it's like stop and listen, even if it's just like, or filter through advice. I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, you know your character. It's just something that you would advise that you would give her to help her on this journey.
I would say to not always take people at face value.
Okay.
There are some people in her life that she just assumes are a certain way, but without it really getting to know the motivations for why they act the way they do. And then she's kind of surprised when it turns out that they're different than she expected. So
Okay, good. That's great. I love that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think it helps give a little bit of insight into your character.
mhm.
So, what would your mermaid name be if you could be a mermaid? What would your mermaid name be, and which ocean would you like to live in?
Oh, this is getting really specific.
'Cause I know you
um,
love mermaids. I follow you look at your stories all the time. It's always this beautiful mermaid like swimming, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, this girl, you love mermaids. I know you love mermaids. So I'm like, I know you
I
probably
do.
thought of like a mermaid name.
It's got to
I
be
do love
Pacific
mermaids.
or death, right? It has to be.
What?
It has to be Pacific or death, right?
The Pacific
Like,
Ocean,
yeah, you got to be in the Pacific.
or maybe something warmer. I don't
Um,
know. I think it's cold.
yeah, I could do the name I'm stuck on, honestly, and I've looked up so many different names that have to do with the water and everything else, and I loved all of them. So I don't
Mhm.
know.
Would it be
Um,
would it be like American or Irish or something like that? Maybe.
well, most of my family moved to the US from Scotland, and
Oh,
there
okay.
are some like really fun Celtic fairy tales
Yeah.
that have to do with mermaids.
Okay.
Celtic and Irish Celtic and all that have to do with them. So probably something from there.
Okay. Great. And which ocean would you want to live in?
I actually think, to be honest, like anywhere off like the east coast of the US, because you could just
Okay.
migrate down, right? You could migrate down to Florida when you
Yep.
get
A little
more water,
warmer.
and then go back up north, and then you have that option.
Uh-huh.
So just anywhere off the east coast would be fine.
Oh.
How dare you? No, I'm joking.
Well, she's on the East Coast, so it makes sense. We're on
It
the
does
West
make
Coast.
sense. I'm thinking Alaska down to like Tahiti. Come on now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way,
They
it's
both
fun.
have bonuses, yeah.
I grew up
All
going
right.
to like Myrtle Beach, so of course
Yeah.
that's kind of like
There you go, yeah.
where I want to be.
You
So.
could probably blend in. You probably blend in there as a mermaid anyway.
There you
We're
go,
West
yeah.
Coast people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I wanted to ask you, what can readers expect from you as a writer? Like, are you going to continue in like a YA fantasy? Do you have plans to branch out into different genres or anything like that?
Different genres, I don't know. Like most of my sorry, the dogs now are both running.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
All
picking
good.
up or not, but
It's
during
fine.
the listeners will get to hear them.
Yeah.
So not necessarily different genre. Like I'm pretty much always probably going to be in some fantasy element, but I do love all kinds of fantasy. So I have like I have a urban fantasy short story that I'm shopping right now. I have a like more fantasy horror short story that I'm shopping too. So after
Okay.
this series, I genuinely don't know if I will ever do anything quite this involved again, because
Okay.
this was an
A lot of world
undertaking.
building.
A lot of world building. I mean,
Is
just
there a magic system? Probably.
all
Yeah.
the stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I hate naming
Mhm.
countries. Can I just say that? If I never
Yeah.
have to name another country, it will be too soon.
How did you make
so
your map? That's a good question. How'd you make your map?
sorry.
How'd
I
you make
hired
your map?
I hired a
Yeah.
professional. I hired her name is Rachel. She owns a Cartography Bird
Oh,
maps.
okay.
And she did a fantastic job. She did the world map, which is this one
Yeah.
here.
Smart. Oh,
And
yeah.
then she
That's
also did
awesome.
the close up of the islands where Allie is from.
Okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
love her.
That's good.
Cartography Bird, definitely recommend. She did an amazing job.
Yeah.
But after this series is done, I have 2 books planned for after this. The next one is going to be a historical fantasy romance.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Cool.
Mhm. Yep,
Very
set
nice.
in 1899 Rochester. So, which is really
Okay.
specific. But
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
and the one after that I have planned is like a new adult contemporary fantasy, like modern day witches type thing. So
Mhm. And would you say you are a romance writer? You lean more towards romance?
I like elements of romance, but like I even had I put a note like in the author notes for this book. Because I know there are some readers who they want the fantasy romance.
Yeah.
Like the romantasy, like that's their, and if that's their jam, that's great. I love a good fantasy romance, but this is
Yes.
a romantic fantasy, meaning it's a fantasy first and foremost. It's an epic fantasy with the adventure and everything. And then there are romantic subplots that will happen for different characters, but that's not the main focus.
Okay. Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's more
All
where
right.
I'm at.
Do you have a newsletter or a website that we can send our listeners to if they want to sign up and follow you on this journey?
I do. Yes. I'll send you the links to everything, but my website is chcarterwrites.com. And I'm just now getting my newsletter set up. I was planning to send out the first one this week since it's release week,
Perfect.
And
Nice.
I'll only send out newsletters when I actually have some news. So it won't be like every month or anything, but
Sure. But it's always good to just, for people like to follow their favorite writers, you know what I mean? And just kind of follow along and hear the news first or whatever. I know a lot of authors sometimes will give that news first to their subscribers. So, and do you, I know we met on Instagram, but do you have any other social media that they can follow you on?
at the moment, no. I used to have Twitter, but I got rid of it, and I keep thinking about Threads, but I've been so busy that I just haven't.
It is so hard. I'll tell you, I struggle all the time with our social media. It's always sporadic with me. So you're on Instagram under
CH Carter Writes. I did change it. We talked about that last time. I was thinking of changing it from the Sexy Writer handle, and so I went ahead and did that.
So it's CH Carter Writes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys give her a follow if you're listening. Subscribe to her newsletter. Her book is out today. You can buy it on Amazon, I'm assuming.
Yes, it's on Amazon. So it's also on Barnes and Noble and Kobo. And it will be on bookshop.org, which is my preferred shopping method. If anyone has never heard of them before, 10% of all of their sales go to local bookstores in your area. So wherever you live, they will then donate 10% to whatever your local bookstore is that's on their registry. So, but it takes a couple weeks to show up on bookshop.org. So,
and
but
can they request it at their library?
Yes, you can request a library. You can request at any bookstore that orders through Ingram's Spark. They can request it through their local bookstore or through the library. Yes. So
awesome.
You guys get this copy because it's a cute book. It's a great book. We love Courtney. Courtney is also, which I forgot to mention earlier, and I have it here in my notes. She's also the co-host of the Ticket to Ride podcast. And they talk about classic movies, Hollywood history, and pop culture, which is like all the things I love. So give it a listen. Follow their podcast as well. Courtney, thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate you. We can't wait to read. I can't wait to read it. And you guys, if you do, please leave a review. It's so helpful for authors. If you leave a review, it just really boosts. I know on Amazon you have to have a specific amount for them to start to recommend your book out to other readers. So if if you get a chance, leave a review on Amazon and Goodreads, because that really helps out all authors. And if you are a writer listening, one day you're going to need somebody to leave a review for you. So let's just do it for each other.
100%.
Because reviews are important, even for every author. A review is important. So, but again, thank you so much, Courtney, for coming. We appreciate you. Congratulations. We wish you all the best and all the success in the world. And we'll definitely have you back when that book 2 drops.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me back. I do.
Oh, okay. All right, so that was Courtney. I'm so glad that we were able to bring her on today. It was really exciting to have her back.
For sure.
We are, like we said, we want to support you guys, so we're glad, and we wish her all the best, and good sales, big sales, lots of reviews, much success.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to transition to our little Halloween episode. Ken, I have something planned for Ken. He has no idea. Don't worry, it'll be painless. It's not too terrible.
It's not another Stephen King quiz, is it? Because that went horribly.
Really? It's fine. You know what? It's just because you got a good attitude about everything, so I love it.
Yeah.
So obviously Halloween, you can't talk Halloween without talking horror, monsters, haunted houses, ghost stories, things like that. So I thought that I know we don't normally talk like movies. Well, we kind of talk about movies a little bit because I
A
mean, I kind
little.
of feel like, I feel like movies and books, they go hand in hand. They're just two different forms of storytelling.
Yeah.
But this is our Halloween episode, so we're just gonna talk some fun little Halloween things. But I wanted to ask you, Ken, why do you think people love horror books or movies?
Oh, the adrenaline spike for sure with movies.
Right?
You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
you get to experience scary situations where you know that you're completely safe. So there's something
That is
exciting about that for sure.
Yes. That's exactly what I thought. I wrote down people love to experience the supernatural without the risk. So it's
Exactly.
like you can walk out of that movie theater and know that, you're never gonna hopefully
Yeah, you hope.
encounter
Yeah.
encounter a spooky spirit, some weird
Yeah.
demon thing or whatever, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, so I know for me, that's what I love about it. I love to be scared and then, still be able to, but still feel safe afterwards, hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I love slasher flicks. Like I love, I mean, I feel like you can't talk Halloween without talking slasher flicks, right?
No.
My favorite is Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers. I don't think he's scary.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like obviously if someone was chasing me with a knife, hell yeah, I'd be fucking
Of
scared. Right?
course, yes. The
But
question, did you watch the remake?
I did watch the remake, the Rob Zombie.
And
It's okay. It was okay.
him as a
I
kid,
I just enjoyed the original. I think I'm just too
fair
much into
enough.
the original. I mean, I enjoyed it. Like my husband actually liked that version better.
Oh, did he?
He felt it was more. He thinks the first one. He likes the first one, but he's like the slower. It's a little less. He liked the
Yeah.
action in this one.
Yeah.
So
Fair
he
enough.
was really into it. I was just like, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
But
while we're on topic, I have to ask, a House 1000 Corpse, did you approach it yet?
do what?
House of 1,000 Corpses. The
No,
Rob
I
Zombie.
haven't.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I
Don't worry.
didn't. But I did watch that one. Maybe
Awesome.
tonight. We're gonna carve pumpkins
Oh, shit.
later. We're gonna carve pumpkins. We're gonna watch the movie. So maybe, I don't know, maybe.
There you go.
But
Maybe
I did
not yet.
watch Rob Zombie.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
don't but I love the classic because I liked that slow buildup. It did move a little bit slower. The music was a little scary. It was kind of like how like the new zombies today, like they're really fast and speedy, but like
Yes.
the older zombies were a little slower, a little creepier.
Yes. They're way cooler when they're slower.
Yes, because
They're
I
so
just
much
feel like
cooler.
that build like Michael Myers moved kind of slow in the first movie. He's
Yeah.
kind of like he was kind of just like I'm taking my time.
Methodical.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna get you.
I say that, and then I wrote a book with fast zombies in it, but whatever. But I prefer
But
slow.
but the fast zombies are also terrifying because you got to learn how to fucking run. If you don't
They
know how to
do.
run, if
They
you're
do
not good
play
at running,
like,
you're dinner.
what was it? The 1990 remake of the Night of the Living Dead, the in color one,
Oh my
is
god, I
one
don't
of
think
my
I've watched that
favorite
one.
movies of all
Shut
times.
up! I don't think I've watched that one.
It's so freaking good.
So the World War Z zombies terrified the fuck out of me. Did you ever watch
Yeah.
that movie?
Yeah.
They were so fast
They're
for no
fast and like
reason.
climbing over
So
each other.
fast for no reason. And the fact that if you were sick,
Yeah.
they just passed you, just so creepy like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. That was really
But
scary.
they were like superhuman. I'm not as huge a fan as superhuman zombies,
Yeah, I definitely love the original, like up from the grave, come up from the
Yes,
grave.
and slowly moving about. Like there's such a
I
cool
Yeah,
ambiance
because
about
they
that.
really are coming back from the dead.
Yes.
They're buried. You're safe when they're underground, but when they come up, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And they're
To
not
me,
gonna
that's
be
like
able to move that way. Their muscles are gonna be deteriorated. They're gonna
right.
be slow and
Yes, they
yeah.
smell. They probably smell like I could only imagine, right?
Fierce. Yeah.
Yes. But who is your favorite slasher? Okay, I mean, we got Jason, we've got
Freddy Krueger.
Ghost Freddy. Oh my God,
I
yes.
love
Okay,
Freddy.
Freddy. Can I just say, when I watched, this is so funny. Okay, so we didn't watch it in theaters. I was a kid. I think I was like 10. Okay, when it came out,
Yeah.
something like that. And it came out on TV. And back then, guys, this is like back in the 80s. If you wanted to record something from TV, you could with the VCR. Okay, they had this big cassette, like long cassette, like type tapes.
Yes.
And my parents were like, my parents were really strict growing up, right? So it came on like at 1:00 in the morning or something like that. And my sister recorded it. She had the VCR set, but she had the volume so low because we couldn't wake up my parents, right? And so when you go back and watch it, oh my God, it was so low that you were watching like this, like close to the TV. But then, of course, when there was a jump scare, it was like, you scream. It made it more terrifying. It was terrifying. Like, I wish we still had that copy because it was so fucking scary. Like, my brother and I would just be like, oh my God, I had nightmares.
It's simple. Just take your TV and turn the volume down to like 10, right? And then watch Freddy.
But it was like, okay, yes, but at the same time, you had this like in the background, it was like this heavy like feedback almost because it was so low. Like she was recording it from the TV, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure the new generation is probably like, I don't get it, but that's
right.
So it was
hire a sound engineer. No, I'm joking. I'm trying to solve it.
No, but what I'm saying is that it made it more terrifying for us, and it scared the shit out of me. I would have nightmares, and I remember like waking up one night, literally crying, and I ran to my mom because I was like, Freddy Krueger is trying to kill me.
I dressed as Freddy 3 Halloweens in a row.
Did you?
I still have the plastic knife gloves.
Wait, when? Like when you were a kid or like recent?
Kid.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, I still have the plastic knife gloves.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. I just love the story of like the parents kill this evil child molester and then he comes back to like take his revenge, and such a cool story.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so
and it was so campy and kitsch too. Like there was the later ones, I love how campy it was.
Oh my God. My brother and I would sneak into the movie theaters. Okay, I don't condone this, you guys. Allegedly. I'm just kidding.
Yes,
but back in the days, allegedly you could sneak in. And my brother and I did that. I think we watched Nightmare, and I think it was like part 4 or something, when they were in the mental hospital, the mental institution, something like that.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But it was so good. We love those movies. Oh my God, I couldn't wait to watch those. But I want to ask you, who would win in a fight? Okay, you got Jason, you got Freddy, Ghostface, and Michael.
Well, we've already figured this out, right? They made a movie. Freddy versus Jason.
Oh yes, okay, but I mean, we're adding like Ghostface. We're adding.
Ghostface is nothing. Ghostface is 2 teenage kids in a robe.
I totally agree.
Smoked. They're getting smoked.
Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy. Because I think I know who would fucking win.
I think Jason wins.
So I say Freddy.
Do you? Freddy?
Freddy.
But didn't Jason beat the shit out of Freddy in the movie?
I think so, yeah. Yes.
I love Freddy, don't get me wrong, but he's only in dreams, and like Jason never sleeps. Like, how's that work?
That's true.
He's a zombie.
And Jason's kind of hot, not gonna lie.
There you go.
I'm like, he's kind of hot. He's got a nice body. I'm just saying, but yeah.
Big curly dude, quiet.
He doesn't talk much. My kind of guy.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I just kind of wanted to put it out there, because, but I do agree with Ghostface. I feel like Ghostface would be like, not even be like,
it's 2 teenage kids. Yeah.
What if you were to add another supernatural element and it? Do you think he could take on Jason?
Yeah. It would fuck them all up. Yeah.
It would fuck them up. I kind of feel that too. I think Jason would not be able to handle that. But if you're listening, tell us what you think, because I'd like to hear it.
Yeah,
tell us your theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I still haven't even watched it. I'm too chicken to see it. And then there's Saw. I've been watching Saw. I think I'm on the 3rd movie. I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
The second one tripped me out. I was like, what? Did not see that. That was crazy. I did not see that coming. But it was pretty good. Okay, so here's like, I don't know. This is kind of like, I don't know, it could be a serious question, but it could be, I just kind of like to know your thoughts. I think I know, but who are the real monsters? Like the people, like sick people, society, or monsters that were made by society?
Well, that's hard. What do you define as a real monster? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, someone who had to kill because, maybe they had a fucked up childhood, a serial
Yeah,
killer.
yeah.
I
Well,
think they both
obviously they're
contribute.
monsters. I think all
Yeah.
of them are monsters. Obviously, what are the true monsters?
Yeah. Well, because I kind of like, I think it's Jordan Peele's new movies. He kind of has a different take on
Yeah,
things sometimes. His movie, was it Get Out? Scared the fuck
Get
out of
Out.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrifying. But yeah. Okay. And then, so I want to switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
I'm sure you are too. But did you grow up watching Elvira?
Yes,
Did you? Okay. Yes.
I did.
So
Yes.
besides the obvious reason why, what's another reason why you loved Elvira? Besides the
bec-
obvious.
well, yes, obviously. Well, she also hosted the movies that me and my dad
Yes.
would watch.
Yes.
And also, she went to a high school near me in
What?
Colorado Springs. She went to Palmer
Shut
High
the front
School,
door. No way, I didn't
Colorado
know
Springs.
that.
Yeah,
But my husband's from Colorado Springs. What?
yeah.
I'm about to
She
go
went to
talk to him.
Palmer High. She went to Palmer High in
Oh my
Colorado
God.
Springs,
That's
right across from
crazy.
Acacia Park downtown. So
Oh my God.
Colorado Springs. No,
My husband's from Colorado Springs. I've had to go
I
many,
lived there
many
for
trips.
10 years.
Did you?
Yeah,
When?
when I was 13 to 23, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I grew up
So,
there my teen years. We're in
oh,
Colorado
really?
Springs. Yeah.
Would you say that's like your home? Because my husband always says, I'm from Colorado, even though he's been in California longer than.
Born here.
Okay.
Here's something you'll find interesting. I was born here in a hospital, like right down the road. I could probably throw a football and hit it, maybe. And
Okay.
now they built a new hospital, and they've turned the old hospital I was born into a haunted house called Asylum 49.
Shut the front door. That's
So I was
awesome.
born in a
Are
haunted house.
you kidding me? Oh my God. Like full
Yeah,
circle. What?
yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
it's the hospital they filmed Stephen King's The Stand at. Yeah. So
Oh my God.
lots of
Ken,
tie-ins. Yeah.
that's actually really cool. That's
So
very
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So
I love it.
everyone's like, you're born in an insane asylum, because it's called Asylum 49. So it's cool.
Perfect. No, it fits.
Yeah.
It totally fits. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, so I did a little bit of research on Elvira. My brother was a huge fan. I loved Mistress of the Dark. I watch it every year.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. My favorite line is, does a chicken have a pecker? I think it's so funny. So
Yes.
corny. She's so
That's a
corny.
great movie. Yeah.
Yes. But one thing that she said, and the reason I talk about Elvira is because I just feel like Elvira is Halloween. I mean,
She is.
I don't know. To me, when I think Halloween, besides like Michael and Frankenstein and Dracula,
Yeah.
it's also Elvira, right? And
Yes.
I was actually surprised that she says that women, not these are her words, it's not my words. She says
Yes.
women, not horny old dudes, are her biggest fan base. She
Huh.
says, I hear so much from women and girls that growing up, Elvira was a huge hero for them because she doesn't give a crap about how she looks or if she's sexy or whatever. Cassandra Peterson says she's going to do what she wants to do and she's not going to put up with any BS from guys.
Yeah.
In fact, Peterson sees a lot of her younger self in Elvira, which I thought this was interesting. Of her teen years, she says, I was just a smart ass, showing off, wearing sexy clothes, not taking any crap from anybody. I was really pretty tough, but she wasn't one of the cool kids. Her mother owned a costume shop. So she was always wearing something ridiculous. She remembers being sent home from school one time for dressing up like Ginger from Gilligan's Island, which I love. I was like, oh my God, are you
Yeah,
kidding me? I love that.
classic.
Yeah. And Elvira kind of represents all the people who don't fit in, who feel for some reason, especially when they're going through puberty or their teenage years, that something is wrong with them. She also goes on to say that Elvira represents a total misfit. She's kind of an outcast, but she also doesn't care. And she says, I think it gives people like that the attitude of, I don't have to be so upset about it. I can just go my own way and be who I am. And this I thought was really interesting. And there's a little bit of a history here, just because I thought it was fun. I just
Yeah.
want to share with you guys that she came up in LA's comedy scene as a member of the Groundlings, which I did not know that, but it makes sense now. She's so fucking hilarious. And in fact, when she went and enlisted, there was a lot of fellow members of her troupe that she worked with on Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah.
She said she would have hired every single groundling there if there had been a role for them. Unfortunately, there weren't. But she said that just as Elvira has maintained her icon status over the years, Peterson has held on to something even more valuable, the marketing rights to her character, which I knew this about her. I love this. I think it's incredible. Makes me so happy. And she does go on to say she's very fortunate. She does a lot of conventions where she sees other celebrities, people from Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever,
Yeah.
and none of them own any of that, but she does. She actually owns the rights to Elvira.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just like, I don't know, she's like a girl boss. So
She is. Yeah.
I get why women love her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can be this sexy woman and feel comfortable with yourself and be a total badass at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And own the rights to your character. And I don't know. I had to share that because I love Elvira. I think she's right when she says a lot of her fans are women. Of course, she has
Oh,
the
male
male
fans,
base,
for
of
sure.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, and she knows that. But
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool though that she's loved by both. She's loved by
Yeah.
everyone, by
She is.
everyone, not just both. There's
Yeah,
more
it
than one
wasn't
Julia.
Halloween in the late 80s without Elvira on TBS or whatever
Yes.
she
Oh
was
my
on. Yeah.
God. Yes. Like I
Yeah.
think if I remember, I'm not sure if I remember this correctly. I could be wrong, but didn't she like it was kind of similar to Creepshow with the little
Kind of.
skeleton, like he would go on before he would talk about, but it was like Elvira, right? She would talk about the movie beforehand, whatever.
Yeah,
I
she would talk
think.
about the movie. Yes, she would. But
Yeah.
it wasn't Creepshow, it was
Am I thinking something else? I'm old, guys.
Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, Tales from the Crypt. Yes. Tales from the
Yes.
Crypt. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, the Crypt
Tales,
Keeper.
the Crypt Keeper. Yes. So
Yeah, I
so it's kind of like
love
that.
those as a kid.
Yes, same. We watched those too. So, and Tales from the Crypt, you guys. Oh my God, I haven't seen that in a minute. I wish they would bring that back. Honestly, why didn't they
real.
bring it back? They didn't bring
Tales
that
from
back.
the Crypt was so good.
Oh, it was so good. I
Like-
remember watching.
Nobody else can see this, which we'll see it, but it's fine. But remember when I showed you the video that I did? That was my
Yes.
homage to Tales from the Crypt. Because it
Oh
always
my
started in the
God.
woods, travel
Yes.
through the woods, and
Uh-huh.
they would
Yep.
go and downstairs, and the Crypt Keeper would sit up and go
Yep.
crazy. Yeah. So
Yes.
that was kind of my
Yes.
little homage to that.
I love Tales from the Crypt. Oh my God, I can't believe I
Me too.
forgot the name of it. My bad. But
No,
yeah,
no.
so I think it happens at my age. Thanks a
We're getting
lot.
old.
I'm older than you, Ken.
Not by much.
Okay, but anyway, I really wanted to talk. I love Elvira. Tales from the Crypt. I fucking love Tales from the Crypt.
Oh
okay?
yeah, me too.
But so I kind of had I'm like, I know that Ken's probably gonna know what I'm talking about. He's gonna know this.
Oh yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of that trivia because I thought it was really cool. And I know we have a lot of female listeners. So if you're listening, girls, she's one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
She is. Okay, so I want to ask you, I probably already know, but what is your favorite just between these two, Halloween or Scream
Halloween all
series? Halloween.
day. All day.
But Harry, did you like the last two?
First Scream was cool.
Okay, but you like the Rob Zombie version. But what about so Halloween's really funky because it's like, did they said was it the movies with the new ones that came out? It's like Halloween Resurrection or something like that, and 4 and 5 don't count now. Like they kind of like got rid of it or something like that.
And then wasn't there that like hidden society with the thorn tattoo or
Yeah, something like that. And so it's kind of like they're like, nope, forget that, delete. Never saw that.
Let's be fair. I liked Jamie Lee Curtis whenever she's in a Halloween, like H2O, in the what was that 2000?
But yes, yeah, H2O. So I think, and then but the new one, like I watched the Halloween Ends, and
yeah,
I struggled with that one. Not gonna lie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
But all 3 of the Rob Zombie ones I really enjoyed also.
Okay.
But I love the original.
The last 2 Halloween Ends, and I forget what the one is before that. I can't remember. Sorry. I didn't really care for those, to be honest. I really didn't care. I kind of liked the other ones. But yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. I've given up on the newer horror. To be fair.
Well, what you mean, like for the new like Scream
Halloween,
or
the new Halloweens, the new Screams? Yeah. I just keep revisiting the ones that are good. You know?
But Halloween 3 is my favorite, which I know it's like it's not even a Michael Myers.
Is that the little
story.
girl?
It's the one with the mask.
Blonde girl?
I think so, but it's the one where the kids put on the mask and says Silver Shamrock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching that as a kid. I just remember thinking, oh my god, that's so cool. Like I don't know why I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. Well, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because you don't hear about it because it's not a Michael Myers. It's definitely not Michael Myers, except that I think the doctor is in it. Dr. Loomis, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But like besides Halloween 1 and 2, I love Halloween 1 and 2, but 3 I love as well. So I think I love those like first 3.
Yeah.
4 was good with the little girl, and I think, oh my god, what's his name is in it? He played the brother or the main. I can't remember. Ant-Man, is that him? Is that him in Halloween 4? Maybe not.
Maybe not. I liked the first 2 or 3, and then after that, I'm just not.
You weren't into. Okay.
I've seen them, but they're not something I revisit or.
But like, okay, so what about the Scream? What about the Scream movies? Like, are you into Ghostface? Are you into Scream?
I loved the first Scream, and I liked Scream 1 and Scream 2.
Okay.
Because they came out when I was a teenager. They came out when I was like 14 or some shit. So yes, we went and saw them, and I really enjoyed them. But I don't think I've seen 3, 4, or 5. Is there a 5? I don't even know.
I think so. Yeah, the last one I think that came out, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen any past 2 or 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I love the Scream series. I enjoy. I like
Barrymore.
Oh God, yes. I remember when
scene with her on the phone.
Oh my god,
popcorn. It's like,
well, yeah, like so iconic because she was kind of out of the scene for a minute. Like and that was kind of like her comeback, I think. That was her, like, because she, if you guys don't know about Drew Barrymore, she had like a pretty rough childhood, rough past with alcohol and drugs, and went to many stints in rehab. And she was kind of missing there for a while in the Hollywood scene. And then I think she came back. But then her character died. I remember thinking, what? She died? Because I always loved Drew Barrymore. I mean, I loved her from E.T. because we were like the same age, or almost the same age, a little bit older than her. But
I loved her from Firestarter.
Yes, Firestarter. I was obsessed with that movie as a kid. Like, tell me how many times I watched this movie. Firestarter and Poltergeist. I don't know. I was obsessed.
Original story written by?
I don't fucking know.
Stephen King.
Oh, Stephen King, Firestarter. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Poltergeist. I thought you meant Poltergeist. No, Firestarter. I knew. Firestarter. My bad. Oh my god.
How dare you?
I failed that. Oh, I suck. I suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Scream movie, I love the Scream, and the last Scream movie, I actually really enjoyed the last. I enjoyed the Scream movies. Last year I had a little Scream marathon with like my nieces and my nephews. They came over and we watched all the movies. It was fun. It was always fun.
Awesome.
So favorite ghost story or movie? Do you have a favorite?
I'm thinking. I don't know if it's ghost, so no, that doesn't count. Favorite ghost? That's tough. There's a couple that I really like. What's yours? You go ahead. Let me a sec.
Well, I love The Others from Nicole Kidman, and I also love Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters too, but I wasn't thinking in that vein. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's fine. No, totally.
Yeah.
I love The Others from Nicole Kidman. I love that movie. I think have you seen it?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen The
Okay,
Others.
yeah.
Yeah.
The twist, it was like
It
so
was
crazy,
great.
so good.
Sixth
It's
Sense, probably on
Sixth
my
Sense,
end.
loves. I remember watching
Yeah.
it in theaters and being blown away, going, "What
Another
the
great
fuck?"
twist. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I love ghost stories. I know I was trying to think of other ghost stories.
Amityville Horror, but it's the house, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Does
because I
that
wanted to
count?
talk haunted houses. No, I wanted to talk haunted houses. What's your favorite haunted house movie or book?
Amityville, probably. I
Amityville.
love
So
Amityville Horror,
I
the
haven't
original.
seen that because I'm too
What?
scared to watch it.
You should be.
I'm
No, I'm
too
joking.
scared. I'm too scared. But I love The Shining. Does that count?
Poltergeist is kind of like a haunted house, kinda.
Poltergeist. I
Because
was
like the chairs
obsessed.
move and like is that which categories that fall
Yes.
into
No, you
technically?
know what? You're right. I think, yeah, no, I think it does fall under haunted house. And yeah, that would probably be my favorite, The Shining, Poltergeist, because I was
Yeah, The Shining.
obsessed with the kid. The Shining, I just love how they just fucked with him. Like
Oh yes.
like I don't know why. I felt bad for the wife. Okay, felt bad for Shelley Duvall. I love
Oh
her.
yes.
Absolutely love her. But she kicks ass in the end. Anyway, so
Yeah.
but I
The
just
Kubrick
love.
stare. I love the Kubrick stare in that movie where
Oh my
he directs the
god.
actor to look through their eyebrows.
Yes,
It's
it's
so
terrifying.
creepy.
It's
Yes.
terrifying.
All work, no play makes Jack a dull
Oh
boy.
no. Yes. Oh my god, that scene was just
Yeah.
insane. I will say that I love when the Simpsons did it.
Yes. Absolutely.
The Simpsons had their treehouse of horror. Oh my god, the shining one, the shinning.
Yeah, the shinning. Who used the shitting?
You want to
Yeah.
get sued?
Yeah.
You mean The Shining? No, don't you want to get sued? Oh my god,
Uh-huh.
we quote that all the time. I love that one. But yeah, no, I love. Yeah, I think my favorite haunted house story is probably Poltergeist and The Shining. What about
Yeah.
you?
100% The Shining, but I
The
don't
Shining.
it's a hotel, like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
but I kind of feel it's haunted
Yeah.
house. I think, right?
It's
I don't know.
isolated, like, thousands like, hundreds of miles away from anybody who can get to them by, like, 9 feet of snow, so you get the isolation. That's the big
Right.
thing for
Uh,
me,
Well, yeah,
the
because you don't
isolation.
know. Like, did he go fucking crazy because he was isolated and didn't have
Yes.
alcohol, or was it
I remember it
all of
followed
it?
him at the
Yes.
end, yes.
Yeah.
But the shinning, it has that that, like, nobody's coming to help your ass. You alright?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
Wrong pipe.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're good. The Shining has that, yeah,
Yeah.
that whole nobody can get to you. I mean, I guess the other guy with The Shining could ride the cat up there, but there's something about that that, like, creeps me out being that far away from civilization.
I agree because I
Yeah.
definitely feel like I would lose my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
think
at
so.
the same time, I do believe that it was haunted. So, I get
I do too. I do too.
sorry. I
No,
feel
you're
like
good.
you could take it both ways. You could take it that he lost his mind, or that you could take it that it was haunted. I want to believe that it was haunted, and that
It
contributed.
can go either way. Because
Yeah.
also, why was Danny seeing, like, blood pour out of the elevator and,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Was he also
exactly.
going crazy? I don't see the kid doing that, but
I mean, no, I definitely, yeah, no, you're right, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, so with all the monsters that we talked about, would you say that one of them is misunderstood?
Misunderstood.
Just like they just maybe he had like a real.
Yes.
Okay.
Jason from Friday the
Yes. Okay,
13th.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, because I thought the same thing.
Because them asshole counselors let him drown as a young boy.
Yes.
That his poor mother.
I felt like he had a genuine reason for all that revenge.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm so glad because I was like, I really hope he picks Jason. I'm be a little worried if he picks somebody else.
Yeah. With Freddy, because he should be no, I'm
Oh,
joking.
hell no.
I'm like, fuck that.
No,
But yeah.
Freddie, no, Freddie, he deserved
Freddy
to
got
burn.
what
I'm
he
sorry.
fucking deserved. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100% for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fuck that guy.
this sorry guys. I have a little lightning round that
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you questions.
Yeah.
So excuse me, hold on. Hold, please. Okay, so Ken, I'm going to ask you some questions, and the goal, I guess, whatever, is you're supposed to answer them quickly. So it's kind of like whatever pops to the top of your head. It's not meant for you to kind of overthink. Some questions you could elaborate on, which is fine. Okay, so here we go. Lightning round for Ken.
Here we go.
Okay. Wow, this goes against everything I just said. Have you ever had a ghost experience?
Not that I know of.
Okay, great. Would you visit a haunted house or a haunted place?
Yes, and I have. Yes.
You have? Where?
Yes. I was a security guard. Long story short, I was a security guard in Colorado Springs, and there was an old school that burnt down and killed a bunch of people, sadly, I think in the 1800s or 1900s. And we were the security guards in charge of that property. And somebody set off the alarm in the middle of the night, and we had to crawl in through the boiler room in the basement of the school, and it's been abandoned forever. And like there's dust like coming, you can't even see. With the flashlight, the dust is like this, and it's like 1 a.m. And I'm like, get me out of here. And like,
oh my god.
And there's classrooms, and it was creepy as hell. Like hair standing on the back of my neck.
Oh, really?
No.
You felt it, but you didn't like,
know.
Yeah. Terrifying. I would have quit. I would be like, nope.
I went through the whole thing, and then we left about an hour later.
Did you?
But there was a bunch of squatters and stuff written on the chalkboard and empty bottles of booze and stuff like that.
Scary.
Yeah,
okay.
It was creepy.
Yeah, it sounds creepy. Okay. Would you want to become a vampire if given the chance? No. Okay. Can I ask why?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because I like the sun and golf. And
you can't golf at night?
I guess technically, maybe. I mean,
they don't have golf at night? I guess not.
I'm sure there's some rare places that might have night golf.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't want to be reliant on hurting people for my survival.
Okay.
I guess technically good blood donors. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons. There's some really cool shit to being a vampire too. Let's be fucking for real. But I also want to die someday. I don't want to be here and watch all the people I love die. You know.
Same.
Get me the fuck out.
Yeah. But I mean, as a vampire though, like obviously, you could probably
die still.
Well, I mean, you could die, but like, there's a chance of a better life. I mean, there's the reason why they're rich, because they kind of figure out some things. It's still money or whatever, money is easy to come by, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I can't eat pork ribs anymore, or I can't eat tacos.
He's a foodie, guys. He's a foodie.
Yeah. For real.
All right. Okay. Okay. Did you ever grow up? Was there a family member that would share their ghost story with you? Like, did anybody around you have a ghost story?
No.
Or do you guys have like an urban legend in your area?
We do have an urban legend in our area.
Okay.
It's called the Goat Lady.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Goat Lady. And
okay.
There's an abandoned house way up in one of the canyons, and it's like kind of creepy. And you go up there as a teenager drinking and doing what you do, and everyone says the Goat Lady's going to show up. And I don't know anything besides that because I spent most of my teenage years in Colorado Springs. So, But when I came back, I heard about it, and before I left, I had heard about it, but I never got details. Just heard the name a lot.
Okay. So where I live, there's this road here. It's called Old Stage Road, and people swear that they see the woman in white. They swear by it. There's so many stories. So many people have said, and if you drive it late at night, you see her. So a lot of people try to avoid it. Like I won't drive it late at night.
Oh, wow.
I had an event a few years back. I think in 2016, 17, I can't remember. I had an event on Old Stage Road, and I remember thinking like, I'm getting the fuck out of here before it's too late, because I ain't driving on that road, and I ain't gonna see no lady in white.
Yeah.
Because it's like so many people, and a lot of people were talking about it. It's like a real thing, but I've never experienced it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be bit by a vampire or bit by a werewolf?
Vampire.
By vampire. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a hairy dog?
No. I'm pretty hairy. I can't get much more than this. No, I'm joking.
He's like, going to be hairless.
Yeah. No, I'd rather be a vampire than a werewolf, I think.
Okay. And I think I know the answer to this, but beer or whiskey?
Both at the same motherfucking time. Give me
You
a
gotta pick one.
Boilermaker. You take a shot
Oh
of
my
whiskey, dump
god.
it in the
All
beer.
right.
Taking that
Okay.
great
All
tea.
right.
Okay, if I had
Fair
a
enough.
choice, whiskey. But I
Okay.
love beer too. So
Okay. So I was guessing whiskey, but okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite monster and why?
Favorite monster and why? Jaws for sure.
Jaws. Okay. Why?
Yeah, because it's my dad's favorite movie, and he watched it.
Oh,
I swear to God, 500 times in my life I've seen him watching it and watched it with him.
that's a good movie. It's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
and the speech by Flint, or I think I forget his damn name. Flint, the captain of the damn boat. When the speech he gives is
The one
movie
that's like, we're
magic.
gonna need a bigger boat.
No, not that one. The one where he's talking about
Oh.
the USS Indianapolis, like 1,500 men went into the water. The
Oh.
sharks took the rest. August 1919. It's one of the
Oh
greatest
my
fucking lines in
God.
movies of all time.
I love those sailors, like Gibbs from Pirates of the Caribbean. It was my favorite
Yeah.
character. With all his damn crazy stories. Oh my God. And like how the camera would, hey,
Hi, baby girl. Oh,
oh, how cute.
yeah.
I would love how the camera would like single in on him when he would tell his story and the music would change.
Yeah. I'm so mad at myself for not knowing his name. Flint, Grint. Oh, what is his damn name? Quint.
I don't know.
It's Quint.
Quint. Oh, so you're close. You were close.
Yeah.
You're really close.
It's
okay,
Quint.
good.
Yeah, he tells the story. It's amazing.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, favorite monster legend. So like these would be like, the Loch Ness, Abominable Snowman, Chupacabra, the Mothman. What's your favorite monster legend?
I really like the Skinwalker legend.
Oh, the Skinwalker legend. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've seen the TV show, but Skinwalker Ranch is here in Utah.
What? No.
It's a TV series where they investigate all these paranormal activities on Skinwalker Ranch. Like, and they say skinwalkers, they show up, and it's an old Native American, the Paiute Indians that used to live here.
Mm-hmm.
They still live here, but that they, that they would make a pact with some evil entity and then turn into these half wolf creatures, and they would creep around the night. Like, it's a really cool legend.
So what do the Skinwalkers do? Like, do they kill, maim, eat, possess? What do they do?
Like, they kill, and like they maim cattle. Like, they'll find cattle that are like completely inside out.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Yeah, cattle mutilations, and supposedly like they'll make the sounds of like in the middle of the night. They'll make sounds of like lost or hurt young girls, like help, and then you get there and they fucking.
Oh, that was terrifying. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go.
Yeah. And that's your favorite. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because it's cool. Like there's a whole TV show about it here in Utah.
Kidding. No, I love it. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
that's with you. Okay. Would you rather be locked in a room with Bloody Mary or the Lady in White?
Who's the Lady in White?
So the Lady in White, it's kind of like La Llorona. She's always looking for her children, or she'll lure you off the side of the road.
Yeah. I remember her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody Mary, because how many teenagers have done it and they're okay?
Did you ever do Bloody Mary? Like, did you ever do that?
Oh, of course. Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I did too.
Yeah,
we did too.
Oh, yeah. That was the whole thing in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it was huge.
One sec. I got to let her out of the room. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so we did Bloody Mary as kids too. Yeah, that was a big thing in the 80s.
Yeah,
I never saw her, though we swore up and down we did, but we never did.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Same with the Ouija board. But although I will say I went to a summer party. I think I want to say I was in 6th grade. I went to a summer party, and of course we had the Ouija board. This was in the 80s, so Ouija board, I guess it's always been a big thing, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And and so I was kind of laughing because I thought it was so funny. I wasn't the one actually playing.
Yeah.
The freaky thing was that it spelled out that it wanted me out of the room.
Nice.
I was like, what?
So your friends are assholes.
I was like, thanks a lot. So I was like, fine, I don't want to be here anyway.
Fine, screw you too. I'm out of here. Yeah.
And so I went into like the living room, whatever, and there was another girl who did not want to play. She wanted nothing to do with it, which I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But she and I just hung out.
Nice. Was it plastic plinth or wooden plinth?
No, it was the wood.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the wood because they came out in the I think early '90s with the plastic plinth, and it just took all
no,
magic
this
out
was the
of it.
wood. This was the wood.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
like
definitely
a
the wood.
plastic, like a little
Yeah,
plastic.
no.
I'm like, this isn't. My dad had the old school from the '60s, like wood.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was wood. This was wood. Okay. Let's see my next question. Okay. If you could be a famous monster, who would you be and why? Or just not famous, but like a monster.
If I could be a monster and why? What the fuck?
Just think like a monster. We're writers. We gotta dig into this shit.
Oh yeah. I don't want to be Bigfoot because if I just strolled into a Washington town,
they're gonna shoot
like,
you.
Yo, motherfucker! You know,
you're dead.
Be the most famous mofo. No, they won't. I'll find the Sasquatch hunters and
my god,
roll on their pad and
period.
drink a beer with them. That'd be fun.
Share a beer. It'll always be cold.
Yeah.
King Kong, Godzilla.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't want to destroy cities, but
yeah. Honestly, I think I would go with a vampire. I think I would go like Dracula. Like, I think it'd be cool to be Dracula. I know he was super evil, but if I mean, I have to pick somebody. Yeah. Okay. And okay. So the 4 kings of horror. I don't know if you know who they are: Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, John Carradine, and Peter Cushing. But would you add Stephen King to the list or someone else? Yes. Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
All the movies, all the books.
Period.
He's like he's in everything. The Treehouse of Horror, like he's in The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. Like he is celebrated as the king of horror for our generation.
And I feel like when the day that he passes, this might change to the 5 kings of horror because I can't not see him on as a part of the list. No. Like I get, all these other men, Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, like, oh my God, of course,
And
but
most of them were in Star Wars too, just a little nerd.
Yes. Yes, they were.
Christopher Lee was Count Dooku. Yes. Peter Cushing was Tarkin.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Yep. So yeah, I definitely feel like Stephen King is going to be added to that list someday. Right now. Yes. Okay. So Heather Langenkamp or Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis all day.
Really?
I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
Oh my God. I know Heather. Spoiler if you guys don't watch, but she dies. Her character dies.
Yeah.
She does die, but I feel like she just did like a pretty good fight. Like, she did pretty good.
Yeah. But Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie
iconic.
Lee, I think her arc. Yeah. I mean, if you watch the first one where she started off as this little, just very innocent, quiet,
teenager.
to like this badass woman. I'm like, fuck. Especially,
H2O when she's at the school, and then the most recent one, right, where she's
recent ones, the last 2, like she kicks ass, man, big time. And her granddaughter, I think it's her granddaughter.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I mean, her granddaughter, but but I love Heather Langenkamp though too. I mean, I love her, but I would say probably Jamie Lee Curtis. She's definitely
iconic. She is. She is Halloween. Like her.
So in your opinion, then, who would be the queens of Halloween? So I have listed Elvira, Jamie Lee, Heather, Nev. Who would you add to the list? Or who would you what's the list that you would think of the queens of Halloween or horror, I guess?
Well, definitely Elvira for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, Cassandra's like a beast. Jamie Lee Curtis, you have to put her on there for her run through Halloween. And then wasn't she in Scream too? No, she wasn't.
No.
My brain was thinking she was a reporter or something, but no, that was Courtney Cox. Okay, so Elvira, Jamie Lee Curtis, and what her name, Nancy. She was in the first Freddy.
Heather Langenkamp.
Was it?
Yeah, Heather Langenkamp.
Was that her name?
She plays Nancy. Yes.
I know, but that doesn't sound familiar.
That's her. That's her, Nancy. Heather Langenkamp.
I know. Yeah.
That's why it's no, that's her name. I looked it up.
I know it is. I know it. I believe you.
What about Janet? What about Janet Leigh?
She was in one movie.
I know, but it was Psycho. That was fucking. She does die.
Psycho's cool. Yeah, she dies like 20 minutes into the movie. Like, but I guess the shower scene was iconic as hell. But you can't. Yeah. She's not a staple like Elvira, Cassandra Peterson, and I'm trying to think of others. Yeah.
What about the original actress for Morticia Addams?
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but I do love Angelica Houston. She was in Witches. She was in. She played Morticia Addams in the 90s. I love her too.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Did you ever watch The Witches of Eastwick?
Yes.
With Cher. Oh my god, I love that movie.
Cher.
It's so good.
What was it?
Michelle Pfeiffer, Susan Sarandon, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And Jack Nicholson is like the devil, right? And
oh my god, yes. That's fantastic. I just love that movie. Oh my god, I think I want to watch it tonight, honestly.
What about Bette Midler or like Hocus Pocus?
Oh hell yeah, but you don't like Hocus Pocus.
I'm not a huge fan, but I know it's iconic. I hear people talking about it all the time.
Oh, I love it. I'm obsessed. I'll be watching it tomorrow. So question, what are you watching tomorrow night after you get home from work?
Usually I throw on the most B tier horror I can find. Like, it has to be horrible and campy and terrible. Okay. Like, and I won't even know the name. It'll be like Reaper Stalker 5.
What?
Like, it's terrible because it's in honor of my dad. My dad loved the worse the movie was, the more he loved it. Like, he loved B movies, B, C, maybe even C movies. Like, you get a camcorder of you walk through a dark alley. My dad's like, he's got some popcorn and
that's awesome. I love that.
And like on his birthday every year, which is a little off topic, but I watch the most horrible monster movies. Like Sharknado was his fucking jam.
Oh my god, I was like, why is it so popular?
Yeah,
but then I watched the stuff like that. I was like, okay. I get it.
Or like giant ants, like he would watch that in the he grew up in the 40s. He was born in the 40s.
Yes, the Blob was like, I remember watching that. The Fog.
Yeah.
Yes. Like today
he grew
I
up
watched
in that 50s and all that,
for sure.
Yeah.
But those movies were so good. They were so terrifying. They were good. Back then they were terrifying for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will probably be watching. I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus for sure. I love Monster House. I know it's kind of like a kid movie, but I love it. Halloween, I'll be watching the original Halloween. Sorry, the 1978.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm actually I'm off for the rest of the week until I go back Friday. So my husband's birthday's on Wednesday, so I took some time off. But I definitely plan on waking up early and watching. I probably won't get any writing done tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I just want to catch up on all my movie watching because I love. Today I watched. Speaking of cheesy movies, I watched Adam Sandler's. Was it Hubie? Halloween or something like that on Netflix. It's so goofy. It was so funny though. With Adam Sandler. I don't know if you're an Adam Sandler fan, but it's fucking hilarious. It was so dumb.
I'm a huge Sandler fan, but more.
Oh my god! Yes, it's on Netflix. It's hilarious. It's goofy, but it's cute. It's really cute. I think it came out in 2020.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. But yeah,
that's cool.
So that's all I had for you, Ken. But
all right,
you did good.
It was fun.
Yeah, for sure. I finished my drink, so I'm gonna go make me another one.
There you go.
Because we're gonna carve pumpkins, and we're probably gonna watch some movies. It's only like not even 7 o'clock my time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's getting. I have to wake up in 8 hours from now.
I know. That's why I know. I feel bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, friend.
No, I'm good. I'll be all right.
But do you have to work a full shift? Are you off early?
Full shift, 8 hours.
Woo,
but it's not a 13-hour shift, thank God.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed our Halloween special. This is gonna be. We're gonna try to get it edited and ready for tomorrow. But happy Halloween! Be safe out there. Just try not to drink and drive if you don't have to. There's Uber. There's like all these different services that you don't have to walk. You can always walk.
Yeah.
Take a bus.
Plan ahead.
Yes, plan ahead, guys. Have your fun, have your drinks, but be safe. Happy Halloween, guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.